Any great journey starts with taking the first step. And I would like to congratulate all of you for taking that first step today and realizing it's time for something new. What a beautiful dawn for an extremely experiencing journey ahead. And from my personal experience, I can assure you, you have all the support from Toastmaster community. Any speech generally has a structure of a beginning, detail, and a closure. To prepare yourself for a table topic, you could take a deep breath, focus your thoughts towards a positive feeling, and come prepared onto the stage. You could use a style of storytelling, and you could use different methods to structure your speech, which may be like you could talk about the past, map it to the present, and take it to the future. You could also use a problem statement, map that to a solution, and then map it to the benefits. You could also try to make a point, build a story around it, and map it back to the audience. With that, I have been asked to evaluate the speakers. I would start with Ivy. She started great. She had the participation from the audience. She was encouraging and supporting the audience. She reiterated the rules so that if the rules were not too clear for the people, they could feel more comfortable to step up and volunteer. She used a great voice modulation. She started high and then at a point she would go softer and then again she would pick up. Topics were introduced quite well and she would use reiteration to reiterate the topic again. And I thought her sequence of topics were quite related too. If you were to see, there was a structure from how she was moving from one topic to the other. Some of the areas where I think you could choose to focus on is, I thought sometimes your topics were too long, and given the fresh audience, they may not be able to structure their thinking around the topic. And while you did great on modulation, I thought there were moments where you were too soft. This room is small, so hopefully everyone were able to hear, but that's one I would probably recommend you to. And then one minor thing I noticed is towards the end, your body language, you were folding your hands behind you. That would show as if you are reserved or you're not open to the audience. All in all, a great table topic master. Could we have a round of applause for her? Like Roland mentioned, I did not think you guys were the first timers of a table topic speaker. Most of you almost volunteered, and I could see no shyness or fear when you walked onto the stage. So maybe another round of applause for each one of you. Starting with Goren, she had a great start and she started with a clap. That's a way to draw attention of audience. By the sound of it, everyone is looking at her and paying attention. She was able to relate to the audience using her theme, which was quite common. Most of us goes through the same theme and we were able to relate to that. A good use of voice modulation. She had laughs in between and a great closure. Suan.
Yes?
Sure. I'm just. So you started with an aspect and then subsequently expanded it. So I thought that was a good start. You had an audience engagement as well and you used humor in between. And you managed the audience well. So you were, through your interaction, I could see, including myself, we were listening and following what you were saying. My one suggestion that you may want to take a note of is your body language at the beginning. You had your hands in your pocket. That would again show a sign of either shyness or you're not open to the audience. Noel, yeah. I think You started quite well. You started with use of hand, and I thought you had a great start. You had a story going there, and with the smile, and you again had audience engagement too. And I thought you wrapped up with a nice closure. So I thought you did a great job there. Roland, hey. So I thought you started well with a smile and with a positive body language. We could see no sign of nervousness when you were starting and started talking. You used examples to support your story. So I thought that was quite well. And the best part I liked is you came prepared. Through your talking, you could reflect. You came with a research done. You had looked up the word from before. You had your thought going. So for either a prepared speech or a unprepared impromptu speech, or for any kinds of meeting, if you show a reflection, you have come prepared, the audience will be more willing to listen to you. And then I thought you ended with a recap. So I thought you did a great job there. James, yeah, I thought you equally started well with a positive appearance and you had a confidence going there. Good structure of your speech, and you also had a story going. Some of the areas where you may want to take a note of is there were moments of revisiting. And again, it was an impromptu, unplanned speech, but that's how you would develop your skill. While you are talking, you may want to have a structure going there. I could see there were moments where you were going back on your thinking, and choose to have a smooth connecting between the thoughts. All in all, a great table topic session. Thank you, everyone.